Alright, good evening guys. My name is Evans and today we'll be doing 8.6 parallel and perpendicular lines. Alright, so I got one example question and it reads, is the graph y equals negative x plus a half parallel to the graph of y equals negative x plus 2? So to me, when I'm watching the example videos, in order for it to be parallel, the first two have to identical to each other. So as we can look here, y equals negative 5x, y equals negative 5x. So we both know it's the same. So the slope of this will be m equals negative 5, m equals 5, and m equals negative 5. So that's how we know the graphs are parallel, because when something is parallel, they never intersect. So these numbers are the same, meaning they will never intersect. Alright, the next question is the perpendicular one. Is the graph of y equals 2/3 x plus 9/2 perpendicular to the graph of y negative 2/3 plus x/2? Alright, so the same thing as before. We know that this is a y equals mx plus b equation. So we know the slopes are 2/3, 2/3. Oh, sorry, positive 2/3 and negative 2/3. So what I did was I multiply them, but this one for perpendicular, when trying to find the perpendicular, it always has to equal -1. So what I did was I added, well, actually I multiplied 2/3, comma, the positive 2/3 from here, and the negative 2/3 from here. So I multiplied them and I got 4/9, which doesn't equal -1, and I couldn't reduce. So we know that the graphs are not perpendicular. And remember, when we're trying to find perpendicular, it has to be -1. Without -1, it's not perpendicular. Okay, next problem. Alright. Is the line containing the points 5 over 5, 2, 5, -2, sorry, and -1, 3 perpendicular to the lines that contain the points 4, 4 and -1 over -2? Alright, so this is y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. So here we're given the points. So we know 5 and 2. So this is an x and this is a y, and this is x2 and this is y2. So I did the example already. So we know 3 goes here because this is y2 and -2. So when we're doing this, we have to add because it's both negatives, which makes it a positive. So this will be basically 3 plus 2 equals 5. And -1 minus 5 is -6. And then for the next equation is a slope. Well, sorry, it's the other one. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is -2 minus 4 over -1 minus 4, which is 6/5. And we can convert that to a positive. So I did the same as the last one. I dropped these two, the slopes. We found the slopes. So these two, and I multiplied them, which it gave me -1. So we know that the lines are perpendicular because they're -1. Okay. Next example is a line that contains the points P1, 1 over -3, and P2, 4/2, parallel to the line that contains the points at Q1, -7, sorry, -7 over -9, and Q2, -5/0. So remember, this is a parallel question, so basically we have to see if they're the same. So we're going to use this equation again. I'm sorry, I totally forgot the name, but we're going to use this equation again. So this is going to be x1, y1, x2, y2. So you plug them in where they're supposed to be. Y2 goes here, y1 goes here, x2 goes here, y1 goes here. So basically it was 2 minus -3, which you can make this positive, which will equal 5. And then 4 minus 1 is basically 3. And then for the next one is, we did the same thing, we plugged them in. So we go here, 0 minus 9 is -9. And then -5 minus -7 is -2. So we both know this is our first slope, our answer for the first one, which contains a slope, and the second one, which contains a slope. So if you look at them, we know that they're not equal. So when something's not equal, then they're not parallel. So we know that the lines are not parallel. Okay? Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.